So last time you guys saw us, we had just crossed into the Northern Territory, and I think we ended that video by saying that we had another uneventful 8 hours of driving ahead of us, and it was the complete opposite. It was very eventful.
Yeah, so much went wrong out of our control. The brakes, I think something got stuck in between the rotor and the pad, and I started gouging at it a little bit. It still works fine, but yesterday driving, all of a sudden I just heard something dragging or being stuck somewhere. So we pulled over in the middle of nowhere, essentially.
Yeah, it was the worst location. There was no rest stop for 30 kilometers. There was nothing around us.
Yeah.
We were just right on the side of the highway.
And I mean, it's probably one of the most remote places, one of the more remote places you can get in Australia.
When we heard the noise, we thought it was the brake. So we hopped out and we're like, oh no, the brake's fully gone. And it looked...
It's still working fine.
They'll need replacing, and we're going to get that sorted, which sucks.
Hopefully in Darwin, if there's availability. But it was the water tank bracket. Well, not the bracket, but the thing holding the tank up. It must have been fatigued, because it is made of aluminium, and if you bend aluminium over time at weekends.
And it's been there for about 2 years, carrying a
Completely
lot of
fine.
weight.
Yeah.
So it was literally pulling over on the side of the road, emptying all our water, which is so
one
bad.
of the more remote places.
Where it's harder to get water. But emptied all of our water and did a temporary fix of roping it up until we can get to our hardware store.
And it's pretty solid. Don't worry about it right now. But
I feel we've had some pretty bad luck recently. Obviously with the windscreen crack in the last video. And then our camera lens has cooked itself, and... It's
so frustrating because we're
we're so close to being home.
Yeah.
And it feels like as soon as we've set that... Yeah. We started saying, we're almost home. We're close to being home. We can deal with
things not working 100%.
Everything started breaking.
Yeah, it's kind of like the world is testing us, but I mean, we're not going to let this
affect us.
Yeah, put a dampener on things. I think we were a little bit exhausted
yesterday,
or just a little bit run down. I think
we're a bit fed up. I mean, obviously, there's so much worse that could happen, and it's just money that we're gonna have to spend, and time and inconvenience. But
very, very inconvenient.
In the scheme of things, we are still good.
Yeah, and we have each other.
Oh, we're in high spirits, and the van is okay, and we're somewhere really cool right now.
As you guys can tell, I'm pointing at the sign. We're in Daly Waters.
So we're in the small country town of Daly Waters, which I think is a couple of kilometers off the main highway. And after driving so many hours and seeing nothing, I feel like this is such a major tourist attraction now because there is so much to see. It's one of those places where the more you look, the more you see. There's signs everywhere, there's helicopters, there's cars, there's free roaming animals. There is so much to see.
There's even loads of car parts just randomly in airplanes, like spark plugs and serpentine belts. I feel like we should probably maybe grab a couple just in case, because with the way things are going.
Also, this place is crazy busy, as you can see. There's constantly cars going past, there's people walking around everywhere. They have accommodation, a caravan park, and just loads of people visiting in the day. And right now it is 7 a.m, 8 a.m, and it is still really busy here. So I'm sure about midday and in the evening when they have live music and everyone's drinking, it gets even busier. Oh, the KFC logo just feels mean. They're cute though.
What, the chickens or the signs?
The chicken. I guess the signs are cool. Vian's making friends. See, Vian, this is what we should have done in the van to save space. Poop while we drive.
No, thank you. I think Herbie's had better days. Maybe spending the rest of its time with all its other beetle friends in the ground. There you go. I made a joke. It was horrible. I apologize.
At least you tried.
Yeah.
Solid effort.
Yeah, it's too early in the morning. It would have been a lot more fitting had this little display piece been on the back of a Ford truck instead of a Chevy truck because, you know, Ford had the Barra engine, beef and Barra.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. Did they? You're questioning my
Barra
cars.
engine?
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't know what
one
that
of
is.
the most iconic engines, and it's an Australian engine.
My gosh, the brass. There is so much to see. I'm pretty sure I read that the hanging of the bras at the bar started from a coach driver of a tour bus, I think, daring the women to put their bras at the pub. And then now it's just evolved to where everyone leaves different marks of them here. So there's like sports t-shirts, there's licenses, there's foreign money, there's bras, there's just so much, it's crazy. More you look, more you see, for sure. You know what this feels like? This feels like Crocodile Harris.
Yeah, I was going to say, this whole town is very Kubapidi coded.
Yeah, Kubapidi vibes. I actually think the owner who owns it now, I think he bought it in 2017, and he's from Kubapidi.
Yeah.
And this gives me Kubapidi
Yeah, very
vibes.
much, but I'm sure it was like this before that.
Yeah. Now this is a collection we can add to.
Good old thongs, as the Australians call it. Leaving your license here is one thing. Leaving your Crocs, that is just like...
Crime.
Yeah, that's just...
What about your bra?
I mean, you can go without a bra. A pair of Crocs.
Hey, that's some pretty good life advice. I'm pretty sure back in the olden days, for a roadhouse or a pub, I'll have to check, it was actually a requirement for them to have this for the horses, because everyone would pull up with their horses and they'd have to have drinking water for them. So they still have that today. Alright, we've got to hit the road again because we have another very iconic spot to get to, and I heard this gets busy and it is a Sunday today, so we're a little worried it's going to be packed, and we've got 2 hours of driving to get there, so let's go. Super quick fuel up at Mataranka. So we switched to the GoPro because we don't want to be those weirdos that rock up to a swimming spot with gigantic cameras. But we've got our towels because we're going to go for a swim. We're here at Bitter Springs. There are 2 thermal spring pools in Mataranka area, and I believe this one is more natural and the Mataranka one is more set up like a pool. So I'm super excited to be here, although we are boiling hot now because we sat in the car for about 30 minutes trying to sort out a parks pass because we have no signal here and the website kept crashing on us and we had to buy our parks passes. So bit of chaos, but we're here, let's go. Vian, I'm pretty sure you said to me that you wouldn't swim anywhere in the Northern Territory because of crocodiles. Are you gonna swim here?
Well, there are crocodiles in this area.
They have spotted crocodiles here before.
But I think they're freshies, so...
I think it was a salty actually.
No way.
I think like
There's
a
no
week
way.
ago there was a freshie.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's so busy that surely if there was a crocodile it would have, someone would have seen it by now.
Like your last famous words, Lydia.
Freshwater crocs. Freshwater are friends, yeah. It is
So
very busy.
So busy.
Trying not to be a creeper, but... and like people have their stuff piled up everywhere. It's very busy. Well, let's go for a swim.
Hopefully it's nice.
Hopefully. I mean, it looks nice.
Yeah, it looks...
It's very clear. Is it cold? Warm?
I think you're going to be very surprised.
Oh my gosh, it's so warm. What the heck?
It almost feels wrong.
Yeah, it does. I knew it
It's
would
like
be...
secondhand bathwater or something.
Oh, yuck.
Kind of reminds me of playing PlayStation 1 and Tomb Raider. They had like really deep swimming pool. I think I might be wrong. And it's really beautiful and clear here. Good morning. Yes, I said good morning. We were so tired yesterday and so exhausted that when we got to our rest area after spending such a lovely time at Bitter Springs, which was a weird sensation. No, I'm not going to say that.
What?
Was a weird sensation.
Ew.
I don't think we even concluded Bitter Springs. It was very, very busy and very beautiful, but very, very busy. This morning we have made it all the way to Nitmiluk National Park. Which...
Did you say that we're sorry we didn't film anything yesterday?
Oh yeah, we were exhausted, but like also it's a lot of driving. I think we've done well over 2,000 kilometers in under 2 weeks.
Yeah, all the driving caught up on us. We arrived at our rest stop and just crashed like immediately. So,
yeah, and then also just the van problems. But we are in good spirits. I found a good spot to service the van, even though it's not due for its service. I think it's probably good to do it since we're in remote places.
Yes. We want to be able to get home. So we booked it in a couple of days for a full service.
Oh no, the camera's messing up.
Oh no.
And the camera's messing up.
Okay, where were we? The camera messed up. So we booked in for a full service in the next couple of days. Close to Darwin. And then we're also in Katherine, which means we are near a Mitre 10, so we should be able to get stuff to fix the water tank.
Yes.
It was a bit of a mess. I tried to wash my hair with our little like water jugs last night. It was chaos.
Not ideal.
But we're at a pretty incredible spot right now, so I think let's go explore and
So what's on our agenda? Have fun, explore new areas, fix the water tanks. Already booked the van in for a service. So just,
we just have to be patient now.
Yeah.
Have fun today and hopefully fix the water tanks.
I just remembered that we never showed the water tank situation. So you can see it's sagging a little bit here, but what happened was this is made out of aluminium and obviously shed off after getting a point of weakness. I'm holding it in with rope, and also this bar is pretty solid, but the tank is pretty solid in any case because there's like a member here, structural member there, and a structural member on the other side as well. So even if this is not here, you can't drop the tank out without that being removed or failing as well. But it's good for now, and hopefully today I'll fix it completely and then we'll have water again. Oh yeah, go to water.
I'm gonna be in high spirits, but my mom just sent me a picture of her dog. Isn't she beautiful? She's so cute.
Oh, I feel like your mom's doggies are probably one of the more things I'm excited about seeing when we're back in Perth.
They haven't seen us in 2 years. That's a huge portion of their life.
I feel like I'm having doggy withdrawals now, so let's go check out this beautiful wonder. We feel almost gaslit because I feel like no one's mentioned the eagles at all.
And we were
Googling
Queensland eagles and Northern Territory eagles. There's nothing online, but we've seen more.
Parks and Services logo. That must mean that they're like
they're acknowledging
right?
it. They're
like
acknowledging.
The only other people acknowledging. So we're not losing our minds. There's a boatload of eagles.
Yeah, that literally looks like Chris the crocodile in Normanton.
It does.
It's so
I mean,
big.
to scale, look at it compared to the waterfall.
It's huge. Oh dear. So there's quite a few different ways to see Katherine Gorge, and a lot of people do the ferry, but we actually decided to come and do the walk to the lookout. And it's been so nice because when we arrived, it was really busy at the visitor centre and at the ferry area. And we've come on this walking path to the lookout, and it feels like we have the whole path alone. It is silent out here, and we have not seen a single person. It's amazing, but looks like we got a few stairs ahead of us.
A boat just rode past us. Rode? What do boats do? It is rode, isn't it? Would it be sail?
It would be rode.
Whatever it is, the boat just went past us, and it's absolutely chockers.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It must be so popular.
And the wild bit is that this one that just came past, there was one literally 10 minutes before. They must have boats going out like this.
Yeah, I mean, it explains why the car park's
So
completely
busy.
full, and then the walk's completely empty.
I mean, we rocked up at just before 8 a.m.
Yeah.
and the car park was pretty busy then, and the car park is huge.
Yeah.
So, super popular spot to be, but the walk is so beautiful. Like, look at this view. This is so nice.
I can't. The landscapes we've seen in the last, I would say week. It's so weird seeing all these things just like pop out of nowhere, like
Yeah.
the Gorge and then Bitter Springs and whatnot. It's just so weird. Why is there water here? Why is there
Yeah.
like somewhat greenery here? It's just
Because everywhere we've
Desert.
driven is just flat and dry and deserty, like Wehan said. And then we come off to these side bits and it's pretty green.
yeah.
There are a lot that is still dry. Obviously, we're in here in dry season. I'm sure it gets way greener. But I just can't believe this is...
I can't believe that there's
Yeah.
crocodiles. Like
They put them in there.
maybe they put them in there
Keep
for
the tourists in
what
check.
is it called? Novelty reasons. Oh yeah, we've got crocodiles.
Come on. No way.
Another one.
Less than 5 minutes. And there's another boat just off in the distance there.
They must be making bank off of this place.
Yeah. Literally every 5 minutes almost.
I don't think the tickets are that cheap either. It's pretty
Yeah, I think they're pretty pricey.
pricey. Should we grab the kayak and
We can start running tours.
I wasn't even thinking that. We could technically put a third person on there.
So a lot of people refer to this place as Katherine Gorge or Katherine National Park, but the traditional name which we mentioned earlier is Nipmaluk, and that actually means cicada country or cicada place. And it got that name from a figure who's important in creation stories called Bil Il. And he actually, upon arriving at the gorge, could hear the song of the cicadas, and that's how he gave it its name. But it's believed the actual gorge was created from the rainbow serpent. From traveling through the area, it carved out the gorge. And it's believed that the rainbow serpent actually still lives deep in a pool at the second gorge. And therefore, First Nations people don't drink water from that pool or fish from that pool. Because as much as the rainbow serpent brings life, it can also bring a lot of destruction if it's disturbed. So it's best to leave it be and respect it in fear of fires or earthquakes or natural disasters that it can bring if it's disturbed. So a lot of the First Nations people, if they fish in this area, if they did fish in this area, they were only meant to take however many fish they needed, and if they took too many, they were to release them in the second pool where the rainbow serpent is. So the rainbow serpent actually carved out the gorge, and then it's believed that Bil Il is the one who created the river because he was traveling through the country with a bag or a sack of water, and it's believed that bats in the area threw a spear into his sack of water and it went out into the gorge and created the river. So I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, while we were driving in the outback, Lydia was telling me all about it, and she mentioned the cicadas and whatnot, and I was kind of hoping that we would hear cicadas, but today there are none. I don't know if it's just because of where we are or just maybe they have been eradicated. But
the funny bit is that at the visitor centre, at the entrance, the walk-through bit,
Yeah.
they have the sound of cicadas playing on speakers. But yeah, I mean, it is crazy, crazy beautiful up here. I'm really glad we did the walk. Like, literally,
Yeah.
we've had it all to ourselves, and the views are just spectacular up here. But I guess we walk back now.
yeah.
We've just checked the back, and we think we have the tools to fix the water tank. I was going to say water heater.
I just grab a drill bit because my drill, it ate crap, and I only had the impact driver with just in case I need to get the wheels off. So I need to get a drill bit.
So we need a drill bit,
that
and
goes
then
an impact driver, and then just something to go across.
yes. So off to Mitre 10.
Yeah, lovely.
Wehan is just about to fuel up now, and we've gotten to the point now in Katherine where the diesel prices are actually getting pretty cheap again. I think this is 191 something. And then we heard from someone, I think when we were at the Three Ways Roadhouse, that's it. We heard from him that diesel prices and fuel prices in Darwin are pretty cheap, so I think we're gonna get a full tank here and then we'll fill up in Darwin again. But yeah, we're getting to a point where the prices are starting to get cheaper. Sure, it'll get cheaper in Katherine, cheaper in Darwin, and then as soon as we go out to WA, it's gonna shoot up again, I'm sure. It's one of those preloading spots. We've done what, $100?
Yeah.
Yeah, $100. Wehan ran into Mitre 10, came back with this, and then said, hang on, I'm gonna go buy something else, and went off. So yeah, I think he's found something. No idea. I'm sure he'll update me when he's back. And I called, so there's a CMCA RV park kind of near Darwin that we were hoping to stay at a little later, not tonight or tomorrow, but I think the day after. We haven't stayed at a CMCA park before, so I wasn't sure if we can just rock up and pay on the day or if we need a book, because I really didn't want to book anything because they're really taking everything day by day at the moment with how the van is and the water tank and etc. So I just called and confirmed while Wehan was in there that we are okay to just rock up on the day, and if they have spots we can just pay on the day. So I guess that's pretty good. And I think with this thing, Wehan's maybe sorted something, I don't know. Fingers crossed. Alright, what's the go?
Well, all the extrusions that they had were aluminium, and they were all like 5 meters long and $1 million. And they also didn't have any drill bits appropriate size for the impact driver. So I got a little creative. I think like 99% sure that this hole and one of these holes is the perfect span, and this is also the thickest extrusions that they have, which is probably pretty decent by itself, especially because of this little mark here. That'll help it with deflection, having this right angle rather than just being a flat piece. But to make double sure, we did 2 of these. You get double the thickness, you get double the right angle,
How are we
so
gonna
more
cut it?
deflection. Because it's aluminium, I should be able to cut it with 10 snips and then just bend the rest off. That's it. Hopefully. I mean, there's a little wiggle room with the brackets that I made.
I mean, there's a Bunnings in Darwin if we need, but
yeah, but let's see. Maybe I'll get lucky and this will
Oh
do the trick. Because
dear.
it's really strong having it like this too, deflection-wise. Like, that's not going anywhere.
So hopefully that's enough. We'll see how we go, and if we need, there's a Bunnings in Darwin.
Yeah. Should we get going?
Yeah. Yep.
Everyone's probably like, what the hell is going on here?
I think everyone walking past is like, what?
I've got a couple of good days. So.
You're a legend, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the prettiest of jobs, but for $9, and it's probably stronger than it was before.
And it should get us home.
Yeah, and then I'll make it all pretty and do it again. But just one
You're
more.
gonna need a shower or a swim after this.
I told Lydia I'm gonna do this now because there's a swimming hole. So even if it's cold or horrible, like I'll probably still end up being cleaner. So that's why.
A nice dip afterwards.
Yeah.
Just gotta look out for the crocodiles. It's so busy and there are so many people here that I feel like if there was a crocodile it would have come out by now. So I think we're gonna have a dip at the first access point. I'm not going all the way out there.
Yeah, no, I'm staying very localized. The sign said that the management reduces the risk of saltwater crocodiles, not even the freshies. So
I think a quick dip here to clean off and look at the beautiful waterfall. It's really beautiful here.
It feels like we're swimming at Katherine Gorge.
Yeah, it does.
It's
The rocks are very similar.
And whatnot, so.
Let me know if it's cold.
I mean, the water on this little step area is cold, so.
Just be careful in case it's slippy. Is it cold? Refreshing. I may just stay on the ladder, honestly.
Very refreshing.
Oh no, that means really cold. Oh yeah, it's cold.
I'll be there till I'm gone. I don't need anybody. Only you can lift me up. And the truth is I'm falling. I'll be there till I'm gone.
So we just finished swimming at the falls. What's the fall's name?
Edith Falls.
Edith.
Oh yeah, we never said where we are. We just started.
Oh yeah. By the way, we're at Edith Falls. It's lovely here. It's a great spot to fix your water tank. But not only that, we went for a swim. It was quite nice. Very brisk, very refreshing.
We didn't
go deep because can you really trust the waters here in Northern Territory? I don't know. But it was nice. And then on the way out, we saw that they have water heater on top of the roof of the toilet blocks. So we're like, well, let's go have a look in there. And guess what? They did have showers and it was warm and it was lovely. So I'm all clean. Lydia's all clean.
I'm so happy. I was totally expecting to do another like water jug wash of my hair tonight. And we only have, I think in the one water jug about that.
We probably have
and
like one or 2 liters. 1 or 2 liters of water.
So we're running out and we're not going to get any till
tomorrow. Yeah, so we kind of need to.
Very relieved that we got a shower in.
Yeah, I feel nice and clean and I'm glad I did the water tank here. I did add some rope to it just in case, but it should be good. It was very sturdy. I tugged on it hard, but obviously when we get back to Perth, I'll give everything a run through and fix it all. So yeah.
And here's our spot for the night. Not too bad. It's just a rest area. Seems nice though. How cute is this tank graphic? Every single rest area we've been at has had a different graphic and I thought this one was so cute. Look at it. So I'm whipping up some yellow curry noodles. This is our first meal of the day. We just didn't eat. We were hungry at Katherine Gorge and then we just never ate.
I feel like you get to that point a lot of the times when you're really busy and a lot of driving where you just forget to eat.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, cool. And then when you're cooking food, you're like, I'm not really that hungry. But then when you eat the food, you just all of a sudden...
Yeah, you suddenly realize how hungry you were.
I was hungry.
Curry paste, stock cube, coconut milk. We have no fresh produce because crossing the border. So I'm using all of our tinned veggies as well. And yeah, I'm just gonna whip it up. Happy with the rest area so far?
That thing is pretty good. It had cows. Has a
Yeah,
beautiful
some
mural.
cows walked past
It's very
before.
quiet.
Yeah, it's really quiet. The trucks were really loud and we pulled in and we're like, oh no, it's gonna be so loud. But then we came to this back area and it's like kind of behind the toilet block, behind trees, behind other setups, and quite a bit off from the main highway.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a pretty good night. The spot we were at the night before was pretty loud. With the whole of Australia, you really underestimate how big it is, and then you put it in maps and it is huge. We looked at it in Queensland, I think. To drive back to Perth was like 90 hours of straight driving, I think. So I'm hoping it's a lot less than that now. I feel like we're making good headway. But, oh, I went to put the noodles in the fridge then. They do not go there. And ta-da! Literally no colour in this dish because it's just corn and yellow curry. Everything is yellow.
I mean,
But it's the perfect meal for when you pretty much have nothing. It's dark now, as you can probably see by the window. And I guess we gotta have an early night.
Yeah, because there's a lot more Northern Territory for us to see, so
Yes, and we should be making it to Darwin next.
that is just...
I can't believe it. I keep looking at the map and being like, look how far we've gone.
It's like, like an
insane.
hour and a half, 2 hours away from Darwin.
Yeah.
That's
So,
some headway.
I guess we'll see you in the next one.
Whatever we're getting up to.
Bye, guys.